a lot of people, and this Jessa mentioned this to me the other day. She said jokingly, it kind of seems like people think that you're doing this board repair course and I'm kind of like your assistant, or they'll be asking me questions when there's a thread going on where she's involved in it and I'm not involved in it, and they'll just pretend that she's not there and ask me. And I just want to clarify this. So A, I don't repair iPhone or iPad motherboards. B, I probably never will. And C, here's why. So, but by all means, if you're having a conversation with her and she pipes in about this kind of stuff, ask her because she's going to be the one to answer. Don't mention my name. And this really came back to an experience that I had about 4 days ago. Somebody comes with an iPhone and she's really frantic. She goes, "Oh, my iPhone is not working." And I go, "Well, what's going on with it?" And she goes, "It got a little bit wet in the rain, and now it's look at what it's doing." And like the applications were closing on their own. It was restarting itself on its own. It was doing some funny stuff. So I go, "Okay, let me see." Take it from her, and she goes, what are you doing? Like, are you taking it?" And I go, "Well, I'm looking at it to see what's going on." She goes, "How long are you going to have it for?" And I go, "In my hand?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I go, "How long am I going to have it in my hand?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Poop, take it. Please, get this away from me." And the sales guy is kind of looking at me like, while this exchange is going on with that look, it's that look of like, if you take this in, you're dealing with it. I'm not calling this person. I'm not listening to the calls I'm going to get every 5 minutes. I'm not coming up with a new excuse for them when they walk in every 5 minutes. I'm not taking responsibility for this. I will quit. You are on your own. I will leave you here, and you will have to deal with all this shit. And I understand. It's a look that's given instantly, and I know exactly what it means. And he's totally right. I would never put him through that. Nor am I going to put myself through that. So here, I look to do business in a dignified fashion. We may be rushing all the time. We may be moving really fast. We may be working really hard, but it's all being done in a dignified fashion. We don't make false promises that we can't keep. We don't say just because somebody starts complaining and whining, "Oh, well, I'm not sure if it'll be done by the end of the day, but I'll do it by the end of the day," because you know what happens when you do that. You say it's going to be done at 8. The hard drive starts clicking. The board goes on fire. The flex cable tears. Something else will go wrong, and you will be made a liar. So we don't make false promises. We act in a very, very dignified fashion. And I cannot find a way to act in a dignified fashion when it comes to iPhone motherboard repair. Because literally, how long are you going to have it? Not how long is it going to be for you to open it. Not how long is it going to take for you to diagnose it. Not how long is it going to take for you to fix it. How long am I going to have the phone in my hand versus you having it in your hand? That is the average... That's the average person I get asking about iPhone liquid damage. And there was this one time, like a year and a half ago, that I was stupid enough to take one of these things in. And I get the phone in my office. It's an iPhone 4. I take the screws out. I take the board out. It's about 15, 20 minutes later. I'm about to desolder the shield. The guy comes in and he's like, "How's that phone going? Because this person's really angry that this is taking so long." I'm like, I told him everything that would be involved in board repair. I explained this fully over a period of 5 minutes. I have not even desoldered the shield yet. The hot air station is pointing at it. I'm just about to pull it off with my tweezers, and I'm like, "Here, just hand this shit back to them." Really, because that's what it is. Like with laptops, I can at least say it's going to take me a few hours to a day to give you an idea of how screwed it is. After that, it may take 2 to 4 days to fix, or if it's a nightmare, it can take nightmare time to fix. I get when people are not okay with the nightmare. A lot of people actually are, but I understand when you're not. I even get when you're kind of pissy about the 2 to 4 days, but most people are totally okay with that. But I can do work in a dignified fashion that way. And again, one of the things you have to realize is with cell phone, with any type of board repair, it's never a guarantee. It's almost a new problem every single time, and you have to figure it out. You have to think to figure out that new problem every time. And I can't tell you how long it's going to take because I have no idea how long it's going to take. There are times when I sit here and I go, "This is going to be an easy thing," and I'm sitting here for an hour. And then there are times when I think it's going to be a nightmare, and it's like, "Oh, look, it's that," and I flick it, and it turns on again, because like me flicking it moves away the little hair that was shorting PP Bush G3 Hot to ground. It really is like that. So I can't give you a time, which means you're mad at me. Oh, you're mad at me. Now you're not happy. Now you're going to leave a bad review. Now you're not going to want to do business with me. Now you're not going to want to give me money. And that all goes against everything that I want to do here. And it would be worth, and again, with the laptop stuff, keep in mind, we're charging between $325 to $425, whether it's a retina or a regular, and we take maybe $100 off for businesses. So there's still some good profit margin there. I can't tell you how many times somebody's come in with an iPhone 4 with a Wi-Fi issue or an audio issue that wasn't a flex cable, and they come in and ask to get the screen replaced. And they're like, oh, by the way, while you're in there, the Wi-Fi is grayed out. And I'm like, I know what while you're in there means. While you're in there means, so, since I know that your job is so easy, and that you rip off everybody by even charging for it as is, can you simply fix the Wi-Fi by waving your magic wand over the Wi-Fi chip while you're in there taking out the screen, which is so easy to do already? And I take my Penelope driver while I'm halfway done screwing out the bottom screw. I just go and start turning it clockwise instead of counterclockwise. I hand it back to you and explain in a kind, polite fashion why you need to be going on your merry way. Because they really do think that. Like, not only is it a board repair, not only do you want it done in 10 to 20 minutes, you want it done for free while I'm in there. No. And again, it takes the same amount of work and effort that it takes for me to do the 225 to 425 jobs to do a job that you want me to do for free. I see a ridiculous amount of people who are good at this who are charging $50 for board repair, $70 for board repair. I want to teach you how to make a living. I want to teach you how to make money. I want to teach you how to be successful. I don't want to teach you how to spend hours and hours and hours of your time to make $49 and that you're forced. And if you're even getting to the point where it's taking hours, where people are lining up to be pissed off at you and going, why are you, well, you're holding my phone. How long are you going to have it in your hand instead of mine? No, I do business in a dignified fashion. I have yet to find a model in Manhattan to have a dignified manner of doing proper logic board repair on an iPhone. And I don't mean like, oh, let's get the thing out of the case, replace the battery, and see if that does it. No. I don't mean, oh, let's take it with the shields on and throw it in the ultrasonic cleaner. No. I don't mean toothbrush and alcohol. Fuck no. I mean actual logic board repair. I mean actual diagnosis of a problem. I mean actually removing the shields and checking for liquid under everything and going through it in a calm and civilized fashion under a microscope and looking up component values and using your brain to figure out what's wrong. Doing that in a dignified fashion. No way in hell for 45 to 75 bucks. B, no way in hell for 5 to 10 minutes. And C, no way in fuck while I'm in there. Are you kidding me? But yeah, that's why I don't do cell phone or tablet board repair in any way. That's why I most likely never will. If they invent a tablet that people can actually live without for 5 to 10 minutes of their life, that is worth fixing, by all means, I'll be there. And you know what? If somebody comes in for data recovery, I'll entertain it. Because here's the thing with data recovery. You already admit that you need a new phone. You're already in the stages where you think this phone is fucked. Oh, well. Data is worth more than like an iPhone 4. Like an iPhone 4, you can buy an iPhone 4 for $65. You do not want to pay me more than $20 to fix it. I get that. I'm not trying to encourage you to, just because my time is worth something. But iPhone 4 worth $65. But iPhone 4 with your wedding pictures on it, that's worth something to you. And then I can get into the above $100 price bracket where it may actually become worth my time to spend a few hours on it with specialized equipment and the knowledge that I've gained over the past 17 years to try to make it work. So if you're doing this for data recovery, that's something that I suggest. If you're doing iPhone or iPad board repair, again, unless it's a fucking USB port, do not get into this shit where you're trying to like see if it's a U2 problem or like or a trace to U2 problem or a trace between the processor and this problem with a phone for somebody who really needs that specific phone to start ringing again, who does not have a loaner phone, who has not accepted that this phone is done for. If they're still in the state where they're like, oh crap, I need to call because I want to confirm a date that I have tonight, do not take that phone in for logic board repair. Do not. If they need data recovery, go ahead. If they want you to fix that phone because they need a phone call in 20 minutes, no logic board repair. That's why I don't do logic board repair on cell phones. Again, it's the same skill set. It's just you have to do it much faster, for a lot less money, for a lot more annoyance. And the shelves are always full with stuff that I can make a lot more money off of with a lot less hassle and a lot less heartache. So, yeah, that's why we don't do it. I don't foresee myself doing it in the future. I don't think I ever will. Again, once laptops become something where you cannot make money off of doing a laptop logic board repair, I'll move on to something else. But I'm not. No, I'm not going to get to a point where I have to do stuff in 3 to 5 minutes of time for $20 in order for it to be worthwhile. That is a whole world out there of opportunity, and I will gladly jump to that opportunity before I turn my life into a mess. No.